In this video, we are going to explore the call graph view of the deterministic profile. Understanding the call graph is essential for spotting performance bottlenecks and improving your application's efficiency. Let's start by looking at the three main sections of the Blackfire interface. First, at the top, we have the toolbar. This control center shows key profile information and lets you switch between dimensions like wall time, I/O, CPU, memory, and network usage. Below is a call graph, the heart of Blackfire's profile visualization. Think of it as a roadmap of your code execution, where each node represents a function or a method. Finally, on the left, you'll find the function method list, which gives detailed statistics about each piece of code that was executed. Now, let's talk about something crucial: hot pass or critical pass. Do you see these nodes with a coded border in the call graph? Together, they compose the most resource-consuming path for the displayed dimension. Switching between dimensions let us discover different call graphs and critical paths. Depending on your objective and the problem you are trying to solve, you may want to favor one over the other. The call graphs for each dimension use different base colors, but the logic remains the same. The more intense the color, the most resources that section is consuming. Don't worry if you have trouble perceiving colors. The shade does not really matter. Only the color density does. Now, do you see those nodes with a colored background? These are your application's most active function or service calls. And again, the more intense the color, the more resources that node consumes. Sometimes a hard pass is perfectly normal, like when processing a large dataset, but often it points to a performance bottleneck that needs your attention. A good practice is to start at the bottom of the critical path with the critical node. You may be within the dependencies of your application. Then, you start climbing your call graph up until you reach the point where the function calls come from your code base. Now, let's look at how to interpret the numbers. Pay special attention to the sorting keys at the top of the function list. Exclusive time. That's how long a function takes to run its own code. Inclusive time. That's the total time, including waiting for any other functions it calls. Here's a pro tip. Look at the percentages instead of focusing on absolute values. If a single function is taking up to 40% of your total execution time, that's definitely worth investigating. Finally, sorting by number of calls can help you identify function calls with excessive cardinality. That might be a code smell and a sign of mismanaged loops. Sometimes you need to dive deeper than just the hard pass. See this magnifying glass icon? Click on it to reveal more nodes that might be hidden by default. You can also use the search field to find specific functions you're interested in and navigate its call stack to understand its context better. Blackfire intelligently groups what we call proxy nodes. These are intermediate function calls that might clutter your view. Don't worry, you're not losing any data. All the nodes are still available in the function list. And that's it. You now have the tools to read and understand Blackfire deterministic profile call graphs like a pro.